this as always. Kenny, let's call the meeting to order.
Master King.
Here.
Master Barger. Master Hughes.
Here.
Master Combs.
Here.
Judge Clark.
Here. You all have had a chance to look at the minutes of the last meeting. If there are no changes or discussion, a motion would be in order to approve those as submitted in your packet.
So moved. Second.
Master King.
Yes.
Master Hughes.
Yes.
Master Combs.
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes. Treasurer's report, we got that last meeting, so we'll wait till the next one to get the update on that. But as always, if y'all got any questions, Glenna's here and she'll be more than glad to answer them about anything, the claims or whatever. At this time, I'd like the court's permission to amend the agenda. We want to take the sheriff's budget off. We had a very positive meeting yesterday with Tommy and the sheriff and Mike and Glenna and myself, and we're crunching some numbers and trying to make them all work out, and it all looks good. But we couldn't get it ready for today. We want to make sure that everything is in place. So what I'll probably do is ask the magistrates to come in later on in the week for a special call meeting and go on and get Jerry's budget approved. So if you all are okay with that, I'd like to strike that from the agenda. We don't need a motion, I think.
Ones that have to be approved by the 15th.
17th, Ken?
21st.
21st.
DLG's 21st DLG.
21st. So we've got plenty of time.
There you go. Okay.
And we think we've worked it out. Tommy just couldn't get it together by this morning. If that's okay, then we're going into order of business. And first is our Madison County Clerk's budget. Everybody's got a copy of that. And Kenny, I'm going to turn this over to you a little bit.
Okay. We put together a budget this year with a few projects. One of the bigger projects is the redesign of the Bree office down here to make it ADA compliant and give the deputy clerks and the customers some more room. That's in your packet. These numbers you're approving today are budgetary numbers, and after this is approved, we'll go back to the bid the whole thing out, and I'll bring it back to you all again for approval before we ever make the first move on this, so we're all completely understand what's going on. But last year, 12, the clerk's office and the 25% gave back $500,000, a little bit over $500,000 to the county, and we expect to give a little bit more than that in 13. In addition to this $42,000 surplus that we think we're going to have.
I might add, Kenny, that his third budget is doing an excellent job. He just crunches the numbers. One very positive thing in the sheriff's office, we're talking with him, is he's hired a new software individual that can help reconcile on a daily or weekly basis, where we can't get that out of Frankfurt. So I'm excited about that, and I think the court's excited about it. We've been trying to do it for 20 years and haven't been able to, and I think Kenny's found somebody that can do that for us. So it will make the office that much more efficient, but he's just done an excellent budget. I can't say enough for it. And trying to do a little bit each year. He's got some upgrades he's planned on at the courthouse. But he felt like Berea was more important right now to make it ADA accessible, to make it more accessible to the residents of Berea and southern Madison County, and also give the clerks more room. So I'm excited about that project, and he has the money, and he's not asking the fiscal court for it. So it's just really, can't say anything but that it's a really good budget. And I would open the floor if anybody had any questions for myself or Kenny.
In Berea, same staff, or will you be adding any?
Same staff.
Same
But it
staff.
will
Just
give us
more.
room. It will give us room if that time comes and we need to add staff, we'll have the room there for it. Right now, there's just no room for anybody else to work in there and be on the front counter.
And it'll keep people from standing all the way around
From
the,
backing up into the hallway.
Hallways and stuff.
When we get busier times of the month.
Well, I commend you for that, and Mayor, thank you for allowing us to be able to do that.
Yeah, because Steve and the council had to approve that, and I think
Yep,
we're close to
we've talked
getting
with,
everything
City
okayed on
Manager
that,
Stone
but,
got a few more things to work out, but they've been very gracious over the years to provide that space to the county at no charge. To,
it's convenient
yeah,
for the
it's convenience for the
taxpayers.
folks
and
down here
it's-
and this in the county.
Well, me being from Brea, it kind of makes me happy.
Yep. Good. Gonna make everybody happy.
I know we
Okay.
can't move the courthouse here, but bring it as close as
Do what we
you
can.
can.
Okay, if no more questions, a motion would be in order to approve the county court clerk's 2013 budget.
So moved.
Second.
Master King,
Yes.
Master Hughes,
Yes.
Master Cole,
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes. Second reading of ordinance 1213, regulating pawnbrokers and other precious metals. We went over this in detail at the first reading, and really what we're doing is we're following the footsteps of Richmond and Berea. We kind of wrote, well, we didn't write, we copied their ordinance, so we're all in line like we need to do on a whole lot of things, where the same regulations, same rules and regulations apply to everybody, whether you're in Richmond, Berea, or the county. And I think it's a good thing with all the theft and things. It's a lot more accountability, and I'm looking forward to getting this passed and starting enforcing it and working with Richmond and Berea, so we can all work together, and our people can tell each one of them what they've got, and it's going to be a good deal. So if there are no questions about that, a motion be in order to approve ordinance 1213.
Judge, I like to say, I talked to Keith Webb the other day, and he's in this business, and he commented on the ordinance, and he's in support of it, but he had a suggestion, and I thought it's worth passing on, that they be that transactions be non-cash. The way this is written, if these dealers had to pay with a check, it provides more traceability, and that was his input, and if I'd have known that ahead of time, we could have should probably give some consideration to that, because you can,
We can come back and amend.
yeah.
We can talk about it a little bit.
But
See, and then-
that was a recommendation from someone in the business to make the transactions non-cash, and I thought it was worth passing on, so.
Scott, did you have something?
Judge, it's already state law that copper purchases, when they're purchasing copper, it has to be processed with a check. That was passed by the General Assembly last year.
Okay.
We might want to check.
So we're looking at everything, but we'll get all three governments together, and if it's something that everybody wants to do, Billy Ray, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that we go on and get this ordinance enacted and get started working with the two cities. So a motion, if no further question, be in order to approve ordinance 1213.
So moved.
Second?
Master, excuse me, Master King,
Yes.
Master Hughes.
Yes.
Master Combs.
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes. Second reading, ordinance 1212, and it's just a simple house cleaning ordinance. It's where our Treasury Department, Finance Department's always issued business license, and it's really better where planning and development, because that's where they come get all their permits, that's where they get all their inspections. So we just felt like that it would be better situated for them to issue the business license, and then they'll bring all the paperwork up to the finance office. Finance office will then mail out all the necessary paperwork to those individuals that apply and buy a business license. So it was kind of a house cleaning, kind of make it a little more efficient, where they can keep a lot more tabs on the people that buy the business license. And that's all that is. It wasn't anything big. It was just moving the issuance of business license from the finance office down to the planning and development office.
Well, it only makes sense.
It does. It really does. And we probably didn't have to do an ordinance on it, but if somebody questioned it, it would have been a lot cleaner. So we just decided to go on and submit this to you all and ask for your permission to go on and put it in the books as an ordinance. And if no questions, a motion be in order, second reading, 1212.
Second?
Master King,
Yes.
Master Hughes,
Yes.
Master Combs,
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes. Next one is first reading of ordinance 1301, and it's Madison County Fiscal Court amending land use regulation. Whereas the Planning Commission held a public hearing on November 15th and determined that it was necessary to revise the industrial zoning classification into two zones, light industry and heavy industry. We don't have a whole lot of that in Madison County, but we've had lately, the last year, we've had 2 instances where this has really come up. So what the Planning Commission is recommending is that amend sections 4023, 4024, and 4025, the industrial land uses of Madison County light land use regulations by dividing the existing industrial zoning classification into 5A light industry and 5B heavy industry. I'm not going into all the paperwork. You all got copies of that. This is the first reading. I don't think Dwayne could be here this morning to really go in depth in it. Is he? So, well, that's not Dwayne. So, if you all don't mind, like I said, it's first reading and we can get into further discussion, but I'm not going to read this whole ordinance to you. It's just kind of another housekeeping deal. It's determining light industry and heavy industry. Instead of having the same zone classification for any industry, we're looking at it with the development plans and stuff to see, is it light or heavy, and then does it fit in with the comprehensive plan? Does it fit in with everything we've done in the last 15 years?
I think it's a move in the right direction, because I'm aware of these instances where that industry can restrain some people that probably shouldn't.
Exactly.
So it's a good thing.
So I'd like the court's permission and a motion to approve first reading of 1301, and I promise you I'll get Dwayne here second reading and we'll go into it in depth, but it's another house cleaning issue, just from light industry to heavy industry.
So move.
I'll second it. What constitutes light?
It's got a lot of information in there.
It's
Money or?
No, it's what it is, Larry. They've listed.
I'll read it. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, there's a lot.
I apologize. I picked mine up late, so
That's okay.
that's okay. We're gonna have another reading.
It limits the buildings by square footage and keeps everything inside. If you look at the definition there, there's quite a bit of language on that. And they wanted that because if you're talking about community designations and stuff where you might allow some industry, but they wanted to specify which industries might be able to go in those communities instead of having a larger heavy industrial site.
That's fine. I understand.
Okay, got a motion?
You make second? Larry?
Yeah.
Master King,
Yes.
Master Hughes,
Yes.
Master Combs,
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes. Road Department personnel, Leroy, he's here.
This is getting to be a revolving door, isn't it, Leroy?
They come and they go.
You're either too tough on them or don't pay them enough on 'em.
The paying part's left up to you.
Judge, ready to leave?
I have one truck driver recommend the county to hire, Zach Chastain. He does have his license.
He's got a CDL license
Yes.
and he's working, you're training him in pushing snow and
He's done
spreading
been
salt.
pushing, yeah. He's been working part-time while he's working on getting his license. So
All right.
he's doing good.
So move on your recommendation.
Second.
Master King,
Yes.
Master Hughes,
Yes.
Master Combs,
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leroy. Next is the Kentucky Transportation Agreement, Wilderness Road. I think you all remember several months ago that Rita had come in, and I've been working with Rita and Commissioner Pasley and Governor Bashir, and the county received money from the state to put the new access road into Cottle and also Marshall, the elementary and middle school out off the bypass. Everybody been using the on and off ramp to get in and out, and we got the money to put them a brand new road in with stop with signals and turn lanes out on the bypass. Well, we were appropriated, and I have to give credit to Senator Worley and Representative Mobley, because they called me when they were in conference committee and said how much you need to do that, and I always ask for a little more than we really need. So we were able to do it for about $600,000, and we got 1.68 million for the project. So we had some money left. So we've sent them all the information and what needs to be done, and they have authorized the balance of the funding that was for the entrance to the school. So what we're looking at, and it kind of provides for those people in Panur Acres and Colonel Road an easier access to the bypass without going under the tunnel or going out to the truck stop and getting in that traffic. So they've authorized the money, and what we're going to do is Old Wilderness Trail is widen that to a minimum of 16 feet with ditches, small part on the sides, and there's a couple of real bad places we've already received permission from the landowners to kind of straighten them up and fill them in. We've already done a new bridge way down the road there. When somebody got killed, we did that, it's been 8 or 9 years ago. Leroy and them built it. And it's just going to be an easier access, and the money was there, and typically it goes back to transportation, but it never been signed off on. So they've authorized the county to do something with the money, and I'm going to advertise it for construction. And I'd like the court's permission to authorize me to enter into this supplemental agreement with the Commonwealth Kentucky Transportation Cabinet on the balance of the Old Wilderness Trail money. Be more than willing to answer any questions.
I know it's in Rogers District. I'm glad we always provide more roads. I'll make a motion.
Second?
Master King,
Yes.
Master Hughes,
Yes.
Master Combs,
Yes.
Judge Clark.
Yes. Next is the Home Improvement Grant Program, and this is just certification. Brian isn't here we've got a representative from his firm here to talk a little bit about this. We talked about this, about disabled and elderly, as far as helping them get their homes ADA compliant.
Yeah, we're doing 8 LMI homes in the Greens Crossing, Estonia Estates, Robbinsville Loop area, kind of off Irvin Road in Madison County near the Army Depot. Like the judge was saying, we're going to do weatherization, ADA accessibility, a couple roofs, some windows, things like that. But we're dealing with mostly senior citizens out there, a few disabled, and some U.S. vets as well. So we're going to be able to serve quite a bit of people in need out there, and it'll be a good. I think it'll be a good project. Not a lot of money, kind of going towards good improvements for everybody.
Wasn't a lot of money available, but we just figured we'd go
Yeah.
to one area this time. It is a 80-20 match, but as Brian says, there's a whole lot of things that we can work with as far as the electric companies and stuff on the 20% match. So I really don't see the county being out any money other than sponsoring this grant and helping those. Have you got 7 now?
We've got 8, and then we've also referred quite a few people to Habitat for Humanity. They're going to be doing some volunteer labor out there, just aside from the home program, just on their own. and Kentucky River Foothills as well is going to be doing some work out there too. So we're doing some good work out there in Greens Crossing.
So it's a good deal. There's not a whole lot of money available, but what was available,
Yep.
that you all were able to acquire and through us, and, because we're sponsoring the program. And anytime you can help somebody that needs it, I think it's a good thing. So we need a motion to go on and approve this home improvement grant program, the certification, and also authorize me to sign the necessary paperwork to get it done.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Combs?
Yes.
Judge Clark?
Yes.
Thank you all.
Judge's report, just a few things. Website was down due to an outside carrier, so we couldn't get the agenda on Channel 46. We apologize, but you can always call the office and get that. The agendas were forwarded to the media and departments, and we apologize for the inconvenience for people. And the Berea Chamber will be hosting, the mayor had to leave, but he'll be doing his State of the City address on Thursday, January 31st at noon. And everybody's invited. Steve always puts on a pretty good show. He's always got a little...
He can't hold a candle to you, Judge.
He's always got a nice little theme going. He's wearing sunglasses or lighting candles or doing something, but he does an excellent job. He really does, and does an excellent job as mayor of Berea. And then, as I said before, we've got a public hearing dealing with an entertainment permit at 11 o'clock at the courtroom, and anybody is welcome to do that, come there. And that's all I've got in the judge's report. We'll go directly into comments from department heads. Carl, you got anything? Jim?
They said it would take too long. I'm going to do it next court meeting. I'll give you the year roll of 2012.
Okay, good. Thank you, Francis. Anybody else? Keith, Scott?
Judge, I have nothing unless anybody has any questions about the report I'll put out to them.
Okay. Did everybody get Michelle's report?
How many do you have out today?
53.
53. Guess it makes you happy, don't Doug?
What?
Still got 285. What would you do if you had 53 more? What would you do if you had 53 more?
285. But Doug, we're working on another situation. I talked to everybody yesterday, and we're closer than we have been. We've just got a few hurdles to jump. All right, no department heads or comments from magistrates. Greg?
I've got a question for Doug, since it's the state workers, are they out in the van picking up the trash and
Right
stuff?
now, Steve Thacker's been off, his mom passed away. Spent some time with her while she was sick, and wanted to take what he needed. You know, his mom passed away in one train, and they started back Monday. He's back out. And if we can possibly get where we need to go, I'm gonna basically get another crew out.
I know our state roads starting to look like landfills on the sides of them, so.
You pick up one day, go back the next day too.
Yeah,
It's just a constant, but yeah.
It's a revolving door.
Yep.
Make people drive up and down the road. Well, that's too clean, and just start slinging stuff.
But other than that, that's all.
Okay, Bill Ray?
Been a nice mild winter so far, hasn't it, Leroy? So we're glad for that. Yeah, we'll be satisfied to stay just like it is.
I was down at the road department last night with Leroy, and we were looking at what salt we've used, and just got our fingers crossed. They're giving warm weather for another week, and
I guess you're waxing the trucks down there now.
anything else? Larry?
Judge, I really don't have anything. I'm just glad to be here.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, comments from audience. Anybody would like to approach the court and talk about anything whatsoever? If not, then there'd be accept the motion, pay the claims, and approve the transfers.
So move.
Second.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Combs?
Yes.
Judge Clark?
Yes. Motion to adjourn. Good meeting.
So moved. Second.
Yes.
Well, it'd be like a
Yes.
my ball right over, hold his hand.
Oh, is he?
I don't know, the state representation.
Have you met, Barrels ever called you about?